Good morning. My name is Yugandhar Reddy. Um, I have 7 years of IT industry experience. Now I am going to explain about visitor design pattern. So why we have to use the visitor design pattern? First of all, so uh, this is visitor pattern, and this visitor design pattern represents an operation to be performed on the elements of an object structure. I mean, if you see the diagram, there are some elements on object structure, so we can represent an operation. Actually, what visitor will give us, so we can define a new operation without changing the class of the elements. We'll see what are the elemental classes. Without changing the class of the elements, we can define a new operations. We'll see that. For example, if you see the diagram, there is a visitor interface and it contains some concrete visitors. So this visitor is one side, and if you see this element structure, element is interface and concrete element and concrete element B. So this is one structure. So all these elements are in some object structure. Okay. Suppose the client calls some method in visitor pattern, some methods in visitor interface. Okay. These visitor and interface contains visit methods. So these visit methods will be called by the elements. We'll see the example. For example, this is a number visitor, this is interface, and if you see the concrete visitors, so number visitor, it contains three methods: visit, visit, visit. This visit method contains two element class. This method contains three element class. This visit method contains list of number of elements classes. Okay, so this interface is a visitor interface. It contains three methods. These three methods will be included in the subclass some visitor. So we are creating one class is called some visitor. It implements the number visitor, and we are overriding three visit methods. So this visit method executes two element class. This visit method executes three element class. This visit method executes number of elements classes. Okay, one part. And more visitor, total sum visitor. It also contains visit method. It executes two element class, but the elements, sum of the a plus b. This visit method executes three element class a plus b plus c. This visit method executes the number of elements classes. Okay, so totally we are returning the total sum. So there are two visitors. Number visitor is an interface, and sum visitor and total sum visitor is this hierarchy. That means this is number visitor, this is sum visitor, this is total sum. This is one structure. Now if you see this element structure, this is number element interface. This element interface contains one accept method which contains the arguments of visitor. Okay, this method will be included in two element class, three element class, and yeah, that's it. So this is this hierarchy: element, two element, three element. Okay. All these elements will be an object structure. Okay. Now if you see this demo, first of all what I am doing is I am creating element class subject. I am creating 3 element class subject, and finally I am preparing the list of number classes. Okay, totally. So the client calls visit method. So I am creating the sum visitor. So I want to do sum of all the numbers. So I am creating the sum visitor. So now client is calling sum visitor dot visit method. So I am passing the number of elements. It calls this method. So I am iterating the number of elements. Each element calls accept method. Okay, each element is call accept methods. Okay, because we are using sum visitor, so this accept method calls this method. So it executes 3 plus 3 6. After that, this accept method calls this visit method. It executes a plus b plus c. Okay, now we see this demo. Now one part is done. Now next time I am creating the total sum visitor class, and I am calling the visit method, goes to total sum visitor. It calls this method, and this method in turn calls this one, and after that this. So finally it returns the total sum 18. I mean, what is the purpose is, first number visitor contains one structure, one abstract implementation structure, and the element also contains one abstract implementation structure. So that element classes contains accept method. Okay, this accept method again calls visit method of visitor. Okay, so visitors can each visitor again calls the accept method. So accept method in turn calls the visit method. So means elements executing the visitors and the visitors executing the elements. So both are sharing. So now what is the use of this visitor pattern is, so suppose if you want to add one new operation on the elements, so I don't want to change the elements, but I want to add a new method. Okay, so we can define a new operation without changing the class of the elements. Okay, this is a useful this is. So where can we use this visitor pattern? We are using in Java file system. Okay, so but what is the disadvantages of this visitor pattern is security problems. Okay, so you can add more and more features. So thank you for watching my video. So if you want to have any questions, please mail to me. My mail ID is yugandhar.java@gmail.com. Thank you for watching my video. Thank you so much.